Hi everyone, and welcome back to Liable of Zest. Welcome to day 8 of your virtual Pilates workout series. For those of you who have been joining me for the last few weeks, I really hope that you're starting to experience the benefits through your performance and even just your general acts of daily living. And if you haven't already done so, please feel free to let us know what you are training for, if it's anything specific. I know that I'm building up to an ultramarathon, and these workouts have really just benefited my running, and I just feel so much better when I'm out in those trails. So today we are going to be focusing on loosening up those hips and really just getting in some beautiful flexibility and mobility routines. But as always, we're going to get deep into those core and glute activations. So when you're ready, you're going to be seated in the center of the mat, and we're just going to extend that left leg out with your right foot tucked into your groin. Let's lengthen that spine. We're going to stack that vertebra, drawing that head up towards the ceiling. You can close our eyes if you want to. Taking a deep inhale. Exhale, lifting those arms up towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale, reaching those arms over towards that left foot. And just try and stack those shoulders. Deep breath in. Exhale, we're going to come all the way over to the other side, dropping that right elbow onto the mat as you reach over. Just remember to keep those shoulders stacked. Inhale. Exhale, coming all the way back. Keeping those sits bones on the mat, we are flexing that other foot. Deep breath in. Remember, we're wanting to breathe. We're wanting to loosen up, and we just want to allow that body to warm up before we get into those activations. From here, we're just going to rotate that shoulder onto the mat, and we're just going to reach forward towards that opposite right corner, and slowly walking those arms forward towards that foot again, and then rotating that shoulder up towards the sky, and slowly coming back up to center. And placing that right hand on the mat, we're going to bend that left foot and interlace our toe between our hands, and we're just going to lift it up into the sky and looking in that opposite direction. Allow that stretch down that hamstring, looking over that right shoulder. Keep holding. Deep breaths. Now slowly we're going to take that foot over that knee, and we're just going to open that right shoulder towards that left knee as you look over that left shoulder. Allowing that heart rate to slowly start increasing, taking deep inhales and exhale. And one more inhale. Exhale, lifting that leg up, and we're just going to change over. So we're extending that right leg, lifting those arms up towards the sky. Deep breath in. Exhale, leaning that left arm over as you drop that right elbow onto the mat. Stacking those shoulders. Deep breath in. Exhale, coming all the way to the other side. Left arm on that mat as you reach over. Inhale. Exhale, coming back to the left. Deep breath in, flexing that other foot, trying to keep that knee on the mat, stacking those shoulders, and lifting back up to that right side, coming as low as you can, keeping those sits bones on the mat. Now slowly walking your hands along the mat and just holding to the opposite left corner, and then coming all the way around and back to that right foot. While we're here, we're going to inhale, lift arms back to center, bending that right foot, interlacing that hand as you drop that left hand onto the mat, extending that foot and looking over that left shoulder. Deep breaths. Inhaling, exhaling, bending that knee and placing it over that other leg as you lift your arms up, rotate towards the right hand side and hug that right knee towards that left shoulder as you look overhead, over that right shoulder. Deep breaths. Inhaling and exhaling, lifting those arms all the way back up and releasing those legs. We're just going to turn over into an all fours position. So just make yourself comfortable in the center of that mat. We're tucking those toes in, and we're going to lift and hover those knees off the mat. So we've got our shoulders aligned with those wrists, activating that tummy. Deep breath in, and exhale, coming down into your first downward facing dog. We're just going to walk those feet out, left, right. Just make sure in this downward dog position that your tailbone is rotated towards the sky, sucking in that belly and drawing that head through those arms. Slowly rounding that spine all the way up and then coming into front support position. Holding here, deep breath in. Exhale, leading with that tailbone to come back into that downward dog. And then rolling forward back into that front support. So here we're just loosening up that spine. When you come back into that front support, leaning forward and activating that tummy. Last one into that downward dog. And let's push both heels into the ground and just allow that stretch down the back of those legs. And just coming back into that furie hold. So we're hovering those feet off the mat. You're bringing your hands again closer to those shoulders. Tummy in, core tight. And we're going to hold. We're starting to progress into those activations. So let's just make sure that that pelvic floor is sucked in, your core is sucked in, and we're slowly going to transfer the weight onto the left side as we touch with our left shoulder with our right hand, and then alternate to the other side. So just going from left to right, keeping that core tight. Deep breaths. Keeping that stability within that trunk. And coming back to center. From here, we're going to go from furie hold into front support, extending right leg out, right leg in, left leg in. And we're going to do 5 on each side. So again, we're just inhaling and exhaling as we're working. We got one more with that right leg leading. Coming back to center to regroup, taking a deep inhale. Exhale, leading with that left leg. Left out, left in, right in. Keep going, keeping that tummy tight. And last one. Coming back to that furie hold. Last little push in this position. Knees are together. Deep breath in. Exhale, squeezing those knees out. Then back to center. That's 1 and 2. Keeping that tummy tight. You should start feeling a little burn within that core and those shoulders while we're opening those hips, working those glutes. And let's do 3 more. Exhale out, inhale in. Exhale out, inhale in. Exhale out, back in into downward dog. Now slowly walking those feet towards those hands. And just dropping your shoulders all the way down into forward fold. Slight bend in those knees. Use this time to recover. Taking a deep inhale. Exhale, rolling all the way up into standing position. Lifting those arms up, heart to sky. Coming all the way back down, tucking in that chin. And rolling back down. And we're going to do that one more time. Slow and controlled. Rolling from the bottom of that spine, 1 vertebra at a time, lifting those arms up, chest to sky, and slowly coming back into prayer position, transferring your weight onto that left foot, lifting that right knee up into high knee, taking a deep inhale, and exhale, leaning back into that standing Superman hold. So in this position, making sure your hips are aligned. Now if you can, we need to place our hands on our sides. Deep breaths in. Keep holding, flexing that back foot. You want to activate that right glute, lifting it up. Keep holding. And slowly coming back up, bringing knee to chest, arms to ceiling into prayer position. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale, exhale, extending that leg behind you and flexing that foot. And then hands to side. Core tight. Focus on something you can see in front of you. Just maintain that balance. Focus on that breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Slowly dropping that foot behind you as you lift yourself up into high lunge. Inhale, open that chest. We're going to hold here. Deep breath, pivoting that back foot, coming into T-point, leaning forward. Deep breaths. Inhale, exhale, bringing that back heel of that back foot back off the floor, facing the front, reaching forward. And bringing that heel back onto the mat as you bring your arms back into T-point. Keep holding. Inhale, exhale, coming back into that runner's lunge. And slowly taking an inhale as you drop your hands all the way down onto the mat. We're just going to heel toe our feet out to the side. And we're going to come into a deep hip stretch. So we're leaning all the way down. And if you can, you want to push this knee away from your body. And you're just going to hold here. I want you to try and tuck in that pubic bone towards your chin. And you're just going to hold. Deep breaths. Now slowly lifting back up. And from here, we're just going to bring that right foot next to our hands. And we're going to come into a deep squat. Opening that chest. Shoulders are open, tucking in that chin. Very nice. Deep breath in. Exhale, lifting left arm up towards the sky. Opening that chest as much as you can. And coming back to center, hands in prayer. Right arm up towards the sky. Deep breath. Coming back to center. And now just pushing your elbows towards those inner parts of your knee. Deep breaths. Now slowly placing your hands on the mat and then extending those knees, heel toeing your feet back towards one another, dropping that head down towards the mat. Deep breath in. Exhale, rolling yourself all the way up, lifting your arms up, opening chest towards sky. Inhale. Exhale, slowly coming back down towards the mat. Inhale. Exhale, rounding yourself all the way back up, lifting your arms up towards the sky, opening that chest. Coming back to center, bringing hands to prayer, lifting left knee up into high knee. Inhale, exhale, extending it all the way back, flexing that ankle. Now holding here, and then extending your hands out to your side. Keep holding. Focus on that stability of that stabilizing leg. Core tight. Deep breath in. Exhale. Lifting those arms up towards the sky as you come back into high knee. Hands to prayer. Keep breathing. Focus on controlling that heart rate. Inhale. Exhale, extending back. Keeping that core tight. Flexing that back foot. Hands to your side. Deep breath. And now slowly dropping that back foot. So you lift your arms up towards the sky. In this position, try tilting that pubic bone towards your chin. And lifting up. You want to feel a nice stretch down that front of that hip flexor. Reaching up. Getting ready to pivot. So we're doing that same thing as we did on the other side. Deep breath in. Exhale, pivoting that back foot. Coming into T-point. Should be feeling a nice little burn in those quads and those glutes. And inhale, exhale, coming back to face the front as you lift that back heel. Keep holding. Deep breath. And pivoting and into that T-point. Last one. Lifting all the way back up. And taking a deep inhale. Looking up towards the sky. And then dropping those hands onto the mat. Heel toeing that right foot out towards the side of your mat. As you drop your elbows onto the mat if you can. And pushing those knees out if you feel that you need a little bit more of a stretch. Very nice. Let's keep up the good work. Let's enjoy that release into those hips. So really focus on coming as far down as you can and just pushing that knee away. And now slowly bringing that left foot next to those hands, coming back into that deep sumo squat. Pushing those elbows into towards those knees. Keep up the good work, everyone. Try and lengthen that spine, lead through that head. And now slowly dropping those hands, lifting those, extending those knees as you heel toe back. And now coming all the way down, we're going to bend those knees as we lift ourselves up into a half squat. And now in a controlled position, make sure your knees and ankles are together. You're just going to come all the way down to a seated position. Lengthening that spine, placing your hands on your shins. We're going to inhale, open that chest. Exhale, round that spine. Inhale, open that chest. And then round that spine. Coming back up. We're going to lift those arms towards the sky and then slowly bring them out behind you. We're going to lean back on our elbows, activating that tummy, sucking in that pelvic floor. We're going to lift right leg up, then left leg up. We're going to start with just basic toe taps. But just make sure your belly's activated, your core is activated. Taking a deep inhale, exhale, right leg toe tap. And then other side. Just warming up that core a little bit more before we go into those deep activations. Try and make sure that your knees are in a 90-degree angle. Belly is sucked in and your neck is in neutral position. Getting ready to progress the exercise, knees together. Let's reset together. Inhale, exhale, we're scooping those toes down, then back up. Make sure that when you scoop those toes down, that you're not moving that pelvis, so that core is activating to make sure that that pelvis isn't moving too much. Keep going. Coming back to center. Now we're changing direction. And around, and back up. And around, and back up. Keep going. And last one, coming back to center, dropping our feet back down, then lifting our hands onto the mat. Deep breath in. We're going to lift those hips up towards the sky, opening that chest, squeezing those glutes. Inhale, exhale, come back to lower and hover, then lifting back up, core tight, lowering and hovering. We're going to progress this movement as well, slowly coming down. Now extending those legs, bring your hands a little bit more behind us. Deep breath in, exhale, belly to spine, lifting up. Inhale, exhale, lower to hover. Deep breath in and up and lower to hover. And last one, lifting up. Keep holding. Core tight. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly back down, lifting those arms up towards the sky. Toes are pointed, ankles are together. Exhale, coming into seated forward fold. Going to hold in this position. Try Bend from the level of the waist and not the back. Back straight, pointing those toes. Deep breath in. Exhale, coming all the way back up. Arms to sky. One more time. Exhale, chest to knees. And extend. Inhaling and exhaling. We're going to lift up, stacking that vertebra, core nice and tight, and just make sure that you are in the center of the mat because we're going to lie down. So taking a deep inhale, exhale, rolling yourself one vertebra at a time into a seated position. Bringing those knees larger than shoulder width apart, hands are in a rugby post position, and you're just going to rock those knees from left to right. Allow that movement into those hips. And now slowly coming back to center. We're going to interlace those hands comfortably behind the head. We're going to lift head, neck and chest off the mat, bringing both legs up into tabletop position, sucking belly into spine. We're going to extend the right leg up towards the sky and then lowering it down into hovering and then back up. So lifting head, neck and chest off the mat, and we're just lowering and lifting that left leg. Keep going, sucking belly to spine. And coming back to center, lifting that leg up. Knees are aligned, dropping left leg into tabletop as you lift right leg to do that same thing. Core nice and tight. And keep going, keeping that core tight. Try not to brace that tummy. You just want to suck belly to spine. And last one, coming back to center, keeping head, neck and chest off the mat. We're going to extend those arms, dropping head, neck and chest all the way down. Deep breath in. Exhale. As you lift your head, neck and chest to your sides, you're extending those legs. And then coming back into tabletop as you drop arms down. Inhale, exhale, extend, and back down. We're going to do a few more of these before we progress the exercise. And up. Very nice. You want to feel that burn while still maintaining that control. And lifting up, holding your hands on your sides, palms are facing the floor. We're going to inhale, exhale, rotate hands up towards the sky as you bring arms overhead, then back to center as you rotate your hands back to the floor. As you lift your hands overhead, your palms are facing the ceiling. As you come back to center, you're rotating them, keeping that core tight, keeping that control. Core is activated, core is burning. If you want more of a challenge, you can lower those legs. If you're struggling a little bit, you can just keep your legs in tabletop. And last one, coming back, interlacing your hands behind your head. Last little push. We're just going to do little rotations of those ankles up and down from one another, pointing those toes. Core tight. For 5, 4, 3, and let's go for another 5. Keep going. 4, 3, 2, 1, and releasing, hugging that knee, those knees to chest. Very nice. Whew. You can definitely feel that in my upper core. And we're just going to open those hips. So if you want to come into that happy baby posture, we're drawing those knees towards the mat as you're opening those hips. And deep breath in. Exhale, bringing those knees back together. We're going to place our hands behind the back of our knees, and we're just going to roll ourselves up all the way back into standing forward fold. Deep breath in, halfway lengthen, and then placing our hands on the mat and then coming back into a front support position. From here, we're going to lean over onto that right hand side and coming into a side plank, reaching over And extending that other arm overhead. And then rounding that arm back onto the mat to change over to the other side. Lifting up and changing overhead. Lifting that left arm overhead. And slowly coming back to center and coming into that front support position, getting ready for our knee tucks. Deep breath in, exhale, right knee to right elbow, back, left knee to left elbow. That's 1 and 2. Just going from left to right. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep going. 9 and 10. Slowly coming down into chaturanga, lifting hips, lifting chest up towards the sky. Deep breath in. Exhale, coming into your downward dog. Now slowly bending those knees into an all fours position. And we've got our ankles and knees together, and we're just going to pivot ourselves onto our left hand and left side of our knees. Hips are stacked, hips are forward. And from here, you can place your right hand on your glute. And just to make sure you're activating, so we're working on this part of the body now. We are lifting that knee and ankle of that right side up and down. That's 1 and 2, 3, keeping hips forward. 4, 5, 6, keep going. 7 and 8, 9 and 10. Now lifting and extending that leg, and we're going to do little pulsations, bringing arm to T-point for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly coming back down, coming all the way down into that all fours position, coming into rest position. Deep inhale, exhale, coming back up into all fours to pivot yourself onto that right side body. Lifting those hips up, stacking those shoulders, getting ready to lift that left leg up, ankle and knee are aligned, and down. That's 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep going, making sure that that bottom hip isn't dropping and that your belly is sucked in towards your spine. And lifting up, extending, flexing that ankle, and we're going to pulsate that straight leg for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bending that knee, coming back into that all fours and leaning back into that rest position. Very nice. Let's use this time as an active recovery. We're going to walk our arms towards that left corner as you open that right side body. And now slowly walking hands back to center, and then to that right corner as you open that left side body. And coming back to center and slowly lifting yourself back up into that all fours, and then placing that pelvis on the mat as you open that chest towards the sky. Deep breath. And now coming into all fours as you lift yourself back up into that downward dog. And pushing those heels into the ground. And then jumping or walking your feet to that front of the mat. Halfway, forward fold, into your halfway lengthen. And slowly coming back down. Deep breath in. Exhale, rolling yourself all the way up, lifting those arms up towards the sky, opening that chest. Inhale, exhale, coming all the way back down onto the mat. Deep breath in. Exhale, lifting those arms back up towards the sky, placing them together, and then coming into a half squat, bringing your arms into rugby post position, back straight, core tight, leaning back into those heels, and we're going to do little pulsations for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, keep working, and another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lifting back up, forward fold. Deep breath in, exhale, coming back up into standing. Right knee comes into high chest, and then slowly dropping that foot back down behind you. So our both toes and heels are on the mat. Now we're going to extend that front leg, bringing your hands into T-point, placing palms towards the sky, and then just dropping that left hand towards the mat as you look up. Should feel a beautiful stretch down that front part of your hip, looking up towards the sky. Deep breath. And now slowly coming back into T-point. We're going to bend that front knee, and then we're going to place that left toe forward, and then we're going to place those right toes back. Then we're extending that back knee, placing our hands towards the sky, and then dropping our right hand towards the floor as you lift up. So we're just changing direction. And deep breath. And slowly lifting back up, arms up towards the sky, bringing hands to heart, and then just heel toeing your feet slightly closer together as you come into your sumo squat. Deep breath. And now slowly pivoting yourself to come and sit on the mat and facing the front of that mat. We're going to lift our right ankle onto our left knee, and we're just going to draw that chest towards that knee, drawing that knee away. So allow that stretch down those glutes. And now slowly changing over, placing that left elbow onto that right knee, chest to knee. That left ankle onto that right knee, chest to knee. Back straight, core tight. And slowly dropping those feet onto the mat. Lifting those arms. You can crisscross your legs, lifting those arms up for one last time. Looking up towards the sky. And drawing those hands onto the mat. Reaching forward, keeping those sits bones on the ground. Deep breath in. Exhale. Coming back into seated. Thanks for joining me yet again on the mat. Remember, if you live in Durban, feel free to join us at the Sunshine Club studio. For those of you who are not able to join in person, I will see you same time next week. So much love, everybody, and have a beautiful day.